Good morning to all of you. In this video, I am going to talk about how to conduct a mock test using LMS. So to conduct mock test, it is required to upload the questions into LMS. Here, different formats are there, IKIN format and GIFT format. So GIFT format is a format which will support all types of questions, multiple questions with multiple answers, multiple question with single answer. So here in this video, I am going to explain how to upload questions into LMS by using GIFT format. In the next step, how to create mock test and schedule the time for mock test. So as a part of uploading questions into LMS by using GIFT format, first you need to use a text editor. GIFT format in Moodle, it allows only text editor. So within the text editor, you can type the questions by using text editor. So here, this is one text editor. So here, just open the text editor and type the list of questions, whatever questions you are having. Here I am taking the subject the programming language for compiler construction. In this case, I am taking 10 questions like this: question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, question 6, like that. Here 10 questions, here I am taking 10 questions. So within these 10 questions, here if you want to upload all these 10 questions into LMS by using GIFT format, you need to follow certain notations. In this case, here two different ways, two different types of questions we can upload in this case. So the first question, the first type of the question is multiple questions with multiple answers. The second type is multiple choice question with single answer. So here, if you see this one, a 10th question, it is a multiple choice question containing single answer. So here in this case, in question number 10, in this case it is the question title. Here the question title I used here is Q10. So the question title, if you want to represent a question title, here whatever question title you are taking, that question title should be preceded by colon and followed by colon. Then here you can write the question here. After writing the question, then open bracket will be taken. Later on, a list of choices will be taken. Here we are taking 4 choices, and among 4 choices, only one choice is ever right answer, correct answer. So here in this part, we will use 2 different symbols for representing the question. 2 different symbols for representing the type of the answer. So the tilt symbol here, whatever symbol we are using, tilt symbol is used for specifying the wrong answer. Equal to symbol is used for representing a right answer. So here only one right answer is there. So whatever answer you are treating it as a right choice, precede that particular choice with equal to operator. Then the remaining symbols, remaining choices, whatever choices were there, keep all other choices, wrong choices preceded with the tilt operator. Here tilt operator, here tilt operator, here tilt operator. So this is the gift format approach for specifying the multiple choice question having single answer. So first part, it is a question title. Question title, that means whatever title you want, you can give that title here. Here I am giving the title Q10 and it is preceded with colon colon and it is followed by colon colon. Then we will write the question here. Whatever question we are having, we will write the question here. After writing the question, we will put that particular, then it is followed by open bracket. So after open bracket, we will list out all the answers, all the choices here, choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, choice 4. So each choice is preceded either with the tilt operator or either with equal to operator. So as it is a single answer multiple choice question, only one choice, only one choice can be preceded by equal to operator and all other choices, wrong choices are preceded with the tilt operator. So it is tilt operator and it is tilt operator. So the second choice is the right answer. So we will keep this one with the equal to. In the same way, if you see the ninth question here, within this ninth question, again, we will write the title here. Title of this question is Q9. So it is preceded with colon colon and it is followed by colon colon. Then write the question, whatever question you are asking here. Then after writing that question, it is followed by open bracket. After that, again, we will take list of all the choices. Choice 1, choice 2, choice 3 and choice 4. Choice 1 is right choice, so it is preceded with equal to operator. All the remaining choices are wrong choices, so the wrong choice is preceded with the tilt operator. So tilt operator, tilt operator. So likewise, here after specifying all these things, we will close this list of choices with the close bracket. So question number 10, question number 9 are multiple choice questions with single answer. So likewise, here I took 10 different questions. Within 10 different questions, I took 5 questions as multiple choice questions with single answer. 5 other questions are multiple choice questions with multiple answer. Now we are discussing about multiple choice questions with single answer. So question number 9, question number 10 are multiple choice questions with single answer. Question number 8 is also, it is having single equal to operator. It is also a multiple choice question with single answer. So likewise, here we will write question number 7. Question number 7 is also multiple choice question with single answer. Question number 6 is also multiple choice question with the single answer, because it is having one equal to operator and remaining things it is having tilt operator preceded. So it is also a multiple choice question with the single answer. From question number 6 to question number 10, I took it as a multiple choice question with a single answer. Now we will go for discussing about multiple choice question with multiple answers. So from question number 1 to question number 5, I am taking it as a multiple choice question with multiple choice question with multiple answer. So here 4 choices. Let us see the first question. In the same way, we will give the question title here. Question title is Q1 and it is preceded with colon colon and it is followed by colon colon. So it indicates that it is a question title. If you want to keep a question title, write the question title, whatever title you want. Then it can be preceded with colon colon. then it is followed by colon. This particular part indicates it is a question title. Next, we will write the question here. Question here is, which of the following are false? So this is the question here. After that, we will take open bracket. After taking open bracket, here we are having 4 choices. Choice 1. This is choice 1. This is choice 2. This is choice 4. This is choice 5. So choice 4. 4 different choices are there. Among these 4 different choices, I am having 2 right answers. 2 right answers. What are the 2 right answers? Here is second choice. So second choice is right answer. It is right answer. Third choice is, fourth choice is also right answer. So second one, second choice is right answer, and the fourth choice is also right answer. Here I am taking 2 right answers. So as it is having 2 right answers, here we need to we need to provide some mechanism for selecting 2 right answers, second one as well as fourth one. So in preparing multiple choice question with multiple answers, here we are going to use the mechanism that is percentage. Percentage means the right answer usually indicates 100%. So here 2 right answers are there. This is first right answer, second choice. This is second right choice. So we will split this 50%. This we will split this 100% into 2 different percentages. 50% for first choice, 50% for second choice. So that 50 plus 50 means it is 100%. We are distributing the percentage of marks for these 2 questions. So if one chooses second one, it gives 50% of the mark. Suppose if you are giving 1 mark for this one, if the user chooses second choice, 0.5 mark will be allocated. That is 0.5 mark. 50% of the 1 mark will be allocated. If the user chooses second choice, the fourth choice, the 50% of the mark will be allocated. So at a time, if the user chooses the second choice and the fourth choice, 50% marks for second choice, 50% mark for second, third, fourth choice, so that 0.5 plus 0.5 totally full marks will be allocated for the user. If the person chooses second choice, second right choice and fourth right choice, 2 right answers, he will get full marks. If he chooses any one of the choice, right choice, that is either for second choice or the fourth choice, he will get 50% weightage. That is partial credit will be given. So those answers which were correct, if 2 answers are correct in the given 4 choices, whatever choices you are having, among, if you assume that you are giving 4 choices only, among 4 choices, only 2 choices are right answers, then based on the number of right answers, we will divide the 100%. So 2 right answers are there. This is the first right answer. This is second right answer. So 2 right answers are there. So we will divide 100% by 2. 100 by 2 means 50% and 50%. It will be allocated for first right answer 50%, second right answer 50%. Now what about the wrong answers? What about the wrong answers? Here is that the first choice is the wrong answer. The third choice is also wrong answer. So for these 2 choices, we will specify with minus 100%. minus 100%, minus 100%. So why we are keeping this one as minus 100%? Minus 100% means if the user or the student chooses wrong choices, automatically it will give 0 mark, because it won't take, the system won't take negative mark. Suppose the person chooses first choice, wrong choice, minus 100% means minus 1 mark. If he chooses one right answer, that is 0.5 mark. So minus 1 no 0.5 means minus 0.5 means it won't take a negative value, it takes only 0 value. So if the person chooses any wrong answer along with right answer also, by default he will get 0 mark. If he chooses only right answer, not choosing any wrong answer, if he chooses only one right answer, he will get the partial, he will get 0.5 mark. If he chooses both right answers, that is this 50% and this 50%, he will get 0.5 plus 0.5 means full mark will be given, credited for that particular student who is choosing all the right answers. So it is 50%, it is 50%, altogether it is 1 mark. So suppose if one student chooses right answer, second choice, fourth choice, 2 right answers, along with that he also chooses one wrong answer, that is 0.5 plus 0.5 and minus 100 means minus 1, altogether it is 1 minus 1 0, so he won't get any mark. If he chooses all the answers, that is first choice, second choice, third choice and fourth choice, it is 0.5 plus 0.5 minus 1 minus 1, altogether it is the resultant value is minus 1. If it is minus 1, the system won't take negative value, it gives 0 mark. So the overall summary in representing this multiple choice question with multiple answer by using this distribution mechanism is whatever number of right answers you are having, divide all the divide 100% by that number. Suppose if you are having 3 right answers, divide 100 by 3, so that 33%, 33%, 33%, 33% will be given for 3 right answers. And fourth one, wrong choice, by default give a minus 100 for wrong choice, so that based on the selection, if the student chooses one right answer among 3, if he chooses one right answer, he will get 33% mark. If he chooses 2 right answers, he will get 33% plus 33%, 66% of the mark will be allocated. If he chooses all the 3 right answers, he will get full mark, 100 mark, full mark, that is 1 mark. Along with these 3 answers, 3 right answers, if he chooses wrong answer also, then it is makes 33 plus 33 plus 33 means 100, and the negative mark, that is wrong choice, anyway we will give minus 100, so that 100 minus 100% minus 100 means 0 mark will be allocated for this one. So the method that you need to follow for giving distributing percentages over answers with multiple choice here is that number of choices, divide the 100% by divide 100% by total number of right choices. Suppose if you are having 2 right choices, divide 100 by 2, so that 50% will be given for first right answer, 50% will be given for second right answer, and remaining 2 answers anyway it is wrong, we will give minus 100, minus 100. For wrong answer, by default give 100%. There is no kind of distribution. Only distribution is given for right answers, not for wrong answers. After distributing 100%, positive 100% for all right answers, without making anything, by default give minus 100 for all the right answers. If 2 wrong answers are there, give minus 100 for first wrong answer, give minus 100 for second wrong answer. There is no such method, distribution, anything. By default, all wrong answers will be allocated with -100. So after the syntax for specifying this percentage is all questions must begin with tilt. Next, it is followed by percentage symbol. Then if it is a wrong choice, we will give -100%. Next, right choice. If two right answers are there, anyway, all in multiple answers, multiple choice with multiple answers, all questions are begin with all choices are begin with tilt operator, tilt operator, tilt operator, tilt operator, tilt operator, and it is followed by percentage, 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 percentage. So this is the prefix, tilt operator, tilt operator, tilt operator, percentage. This is a prefix. So there is no equal to operator here, because we are distributing the marks for more than one answer. So tilt operator, percentage, followed by its distribution. If it is a negative, if it is a wrong choice, -100 we will give. Tilt operator, if two right answers are there, 50% will be given for this one, and 50% will be given for second right answer. It is wrong choice, tilt percentage, whatever wrong choice we are having, we will give -100, and it will be closed with this one. So this is the way how you can prepare multiple choice with multiple answer question by using gift format. In the same way, you see the second question here also, same thing. Question number 2, it is a title of the question. So title is enclosed within two operators, that is colon colon, and here also colon colon. Next we will write the question here. So after writing the question, we will take the open bracket. After taking the open bracket here, we will specify all possible 4 answers. So here 4 choices are there. Again, here I am having 2 right answers. This is second choice, 1 right answer. Third choice, 1 right answers. So among 4 answers, 2 were right answers. 2 choices are right. So divide 100% by 2. So that 50%, 50%. So I am giving 50% weightage for second choice, 50% weightage for third choice. Remaining 2 choices, I am keeping it -100%, -100%. So if he chooses both right answers, he will get full marks. If he chooses only 1 right answer, he will get half mark. If he chooses 1 right answer along with 1 negative choice, he will get he will get 0 mark. So choosing 1 right, irrespective of the right answers, if he chooses any 1 wrong choice, automatically he will get 0 mark. Even though he chooses right answer, along with right answer, if he chooses 1 wrong choice, automatically it will allocate 0 mark. If he chooses partial right answer means if he chooses only 1 right choice, half of the mark will be allocated. If he chooses both the right answers, he will get full mark. Along with these 2 right answers, he will chooses 1 wrong answer, it allocates 0. If he chooses all right choices, all the 4 choices blindly, definitely he will get 0. So likewise here all the 5 questions are prepared. Question number 4, here you see this one, -100, 50%, 50%, -100. Here also it is 50%. First two choices are right, the third and fourth choices are wrong. So here we are keeping -100, -100 here. So up to question number 5, it is MCQs with multiple answers. From question number 6 to question number 10, it is MCQs with the single answer. Now, so this is the way how you can prepare all the questions in gift format and document all these things in text editor. Not so because LMS will allow only text editor .txt file for gift format. So this is about the way of preparation. Now I will show you how to upload this particular question, this list of questions into LMS. So here open the LMS system here. This is the LMS our system. So here enter into LMS. So immediately it shows a course overview, list of subjects here. So among these list of subjects, I would like to conduct exam for the subject programming language and compiler construction, because whatever questions I prepared in that text document, it is comes under programming language and compiler construction. So here click that particular course. Once you click that particular course, immediately it shows on leftmost, rightmost top corner, it shows one particular settings button. So you click that particular drop down. So and scroll down, at the end you will see one option, that is more. Click that particular option. Once you click that particular option, it is going to display course administration. So within this course administration, go down and you can see the question bank. Here 4 options are there. Questions option is there, categories option is there, import option is there, export option is there. Now we prepared 10 questions in some text file. So you need to add these 10 questions to the question bank. First add all the questions to the question bank. So to add all these questions to the question bank, you need to perform import operation. So click on that particular option, import. So once you click on that import, it is going to show various file formats. So here we prepared the file format, that is a GIF format. So among the different formats you are having Ekin format, Blackboard format, embedded answer format, examination view format. So our format, required format is GIF format. So you click that format here and go down, and you can at the bottom level you can see some option, that is choose the file. Click that particular option. So immediately here you will get this particular dialog box. So within this again choose file option is there. Click that particular option. So among this option, I prepared the questions in the file, that is mock test MCQs. So select this particular file, select this file and press the button open. So immediately that file is going to be added. So once this file is added, click the upload this file. So once you click this upload file, it will be uploaded and it will be shown in a blue color text file form. So now click the import. Just click the import. So once you click the import, you can see this particular information. So parsing the questions from import file. So this is this one. So importing 10 questions from the file. So whatever file I am using there, I prepared 10 questions. So all the 10 questions are imported. So these are the list of questions. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, question 6, question 7, question 8, question 9. So likewise here 10 questions are there, because whatever file I used, that file is containing 10 questions. So all the questions are parsed from the import file, and all these 10 questions are imported here. Now you click the continue. So once you click the continue, immediately all these questions will be imported into question bank. Now you can see this question bank. So within this question bank here, question bank is also containing some previous questions. So all these are the previous questions. Just go to the third page. Within third page, you can see all these questions. I given the title for all the questions. So the title of the question here is 2. Question title is 3. Question title is Q4, Q5, Q6, Q7, Q8, Q9, Q10. So question number 1, it is in second page. So you see this one, this is question number 10. So all 10 questions are added to the question bank, all 10 questions. So these questions are imported on date 7 at 12 5. So that means this is the 17th May. So on same day, at this time, whatever time it is imported, all this. So all the questions are titled, whatever title you given, it is described with this title. So the title, whatever to identify the questions for your mock test, whatever title you want to give and identify in the question bank for making mock test, you give that particular title here. So with that, you can easily differentiate mock test questions with other questions. You see this one, other questions. You see the other questions. So these questions are titled with 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 like that. If you give the same title, it is difficult to identify which question we need to select for mock test. So that's why you give some specific title. With that, you can easily identify that particular question which is meant for conducting mock test, so that we can easily differentiate the questions. So these questions are imported into question bank. Now question bank is prepared. Now so question bank is prepared. Now you need to conduct the mock test. So how to conduct the mock test? So go to dashboard. So you are going to conduct a mock test for programming language and compiler construction. The question bank, the questions were already uploaded. So to create a quiz for conducting mock test, what you need to do is go to the dashboard and here select this particular subject. That means here you need to create the mock test or conduct some quiz mock test. So whatever subject you want to conduct, click that subject, programming language, compiler construction. Click that subject. Then immediately at rightmost corner, you are having one settings button. You click that one and enable turn edit, keep turn edit on. You click on that one, immediately it is going to turn on the edit option. So once it is turned on, go down and you can see some button here, that is add activity button. You click that button. So if you click that one, at the bottom level it shows quiz. So you need to select that particular option. Select the quiz option. Immediately it is going to show this page. So here first one is here we are adding a new quiz. So what is the name of that particular quiz here? Mock test. So give the title of that particular test, mock, and here test. Once the name of that test is given, then scroll down and here different options are there. That is timing option is there, grading option is there, layout option, different options are there. So you don't do it, you just you are not supposed to do any other thing. Just you choose this option, timing option, and enable all these things. That is time scheduling and date scheduling. Enable this thing and enable this thing. So that's all. So you have to do only two things. First thing is give the name of the quiz, that is mock test. Then go to timing and enable the timing options. Enable this one and enable this one. Enable this one. Enable this one and enable this one. Once it is these two things are over, immediately go down and click save and display option. Save and display option. Once it is displayed, immediately it shows this particular page. This particular page. Edit quiz option is there. So in this case, attempts we allowed one attempt. Still no questions have been uploaded. No questions have been added yet. Because just now we created a quiz named as mock test. Now you need to add the questions corresponding to this mock test. So for that, what you need to do here is click this option, edit quiz. If you click edit quiz, it is going to show this particular page. Within this page, you can see one option, that is an add option at this point. So you click that point, it shows three different options. A new question bank, random question. So you can add the question by our own, that is new questions by typing in the system, or you can add the questions from random question. You can add the questions from the question bank. We already created some list of questions and added in the question bank. So you can add the questions from the question bank. Whatever questions you want to add to this mock test, these questions were already in question bank. So choose the second option from question bank. If you click this option, it is going to show all these questions. So these are the list of the questions in the question bank. So here, go to the questions that you want to add to the mock test. My mock test questions are in page number 3. So click page number 3. So within page number 3, here it is showing list of questions. In page number 2, one question is there. Page number 2, one question, that is first question, question 1. I selected this question. So click this checkbox. Next, go to page number 3. Choose all these questions. This is the Q10. You select this question. You select this question, and you choose this question, and all the questions. Whatever questions you are having, select all the 10 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 questions. After choosing all these questions, then at the bottom level, you are having one button, add selected questions to the quiz. So click that particular one. So these are the list of questions that were added to the quiz. These are the list of the questions. So I have added 9 questions here. So these 9 questions are selected. If you want to add one more question I missed here. So you click on this one, and again you will get, if there is any question missed, you can select that particular missed question, and you can add that particular question again. So it is going to show 10 different questions. All the 10 different questions are added here. Now, after adding all these questions, then click the save. All these questions are saved here. Now you can go to the mock test. So click the mock test. You can you can preview all the questions. You can preview all the questions whether these questions are added appropriately or not. For that one, just you click go to the mock test and click this settings button, and here it shows different options. Edit settings, and so among these options, select preview option. If you select preview, it will show all the 10 questions. So question number 1, it is having it is a single answer question. Single answer. How can we identify single answer question? Means it shows only one. That is select one. That means it is an MCQ question with single answer. The same way here, second question also you see this one. It is an MCQ question with a single answer. Single answer or multiple, how can we identify is with this thing. So it shows select one means only one answer. It is a multiple choice question with single answer. Now you can see other questions also. You see this one. So this is question number 3 is a multiple choice question with multiple answer. You see this one. Select one or more. Select one or more means among these 4 choices, some one or more choices are 2 choices or 3 choices are right answer. You can choose and the marks will be distributed. Likewise, you can see all the questions here like this by clicking all these questions. So it shows all the 10 questions here. So this is the way how the questions are uploaded here. Now the questions are uploaded into the mock test. Now you need to schedule the exam conduction for mock test. So how you can schedule the test? So go to mock test here. This is mock test only. Now you need to set the timings for conducting this test. Suppose if you want to conduct this test on May 25th, so just you go to this settings, it is mock test, and go to this option settings, and you go to this part and select edit quiz. Select this one. So it shows all these questions here, and you can add this one. So here this is mock test here. So here to set the timing for mock test, what you need to do here is select this option. Among these options, it is showing various options. To set the time schedule for mock test, select the first option, that is edit settings. So immediately it goes into the page that is quiz mock test, and here it shows various options. So you can select this particular option, that is timing option. So you choose this timing option, and if you want to conduct this test on May 25th, you select the date 25th here, and it is May. Suppose if the test is from 2 to 4, select 10 to 12, select 10 here, and again go to this one. You are going to conduct a test on 25th, choose this date, and again 10 to 12 means you select date 12 here. That is it is how many minutes? 2 hours means it is 120 minutes. Enable this part, and you can write 120 minutes here. 120 minutes. 2 hours means 120 minutes. After changing these things, go down and select option save and display. So immediately it shows this part. This quiz is not available until May 25th, 2020, 10 a.m. and this quiz will close at May 25th, 2020 at 12 p.m. So here you can this particular quiz will be activated at 10 a.m. at 25th May, and students can be allowed to access all the questions, and the exam will be conducted. So this is about how to set the timings. So I am summarizing the contents in this video. I talked about how to prepare the questions in gift format for the subject, whatever subject you are planning. So for this you need to open the text editor and write the questions according to the gift format. Once the file is completed, then go to LMS and choose the course for which you are going to add the questions, and here for that one you need to enter into the question course administration, choose the question bank, then import, and it shows all the things, and the questions will be imported. Once the questions are imported, then create a quiz and name that quiz. Then after that, in third step, add all the questions from the question bank to your quiz. And after adding all the questions, then set the timings for conducting that exam. So these are the things, various steps in conducting exam through LMS platform. So thank you.